Magic is one of those movies that I've always heard about, but I've just never gotten around to see it until Second Sight were putting out this new jam-packed Blu-ray, and I was really, kind of curious. It's the best kind of transfer, the most recent transfer, something I was interested in delving into. And Anthony Hopkins is Corky in this movie, a kind of shy, reluctant magician who's trying to break onto the scene, but he just can't do it until he brings in a prop in the form of Fats, and he becomes a ventriloquist comedy magic act. But throughout the movie, we start to see Fats taking on more of a persona, becoming more of a foil. It becomes more of a double act between these two characters, and they really do feel like two separate identities throughout the movie. Fairly early on, we meet Burgess Meredith, a Green character who is an agent who really wants to push Corky into the limelight and tries his best. But when he gets a pilot deal and tells Corky that he's going to have to take a medical, Corky freaks out and just runs away back to his childhood home, back to this cabin where he can stay, which is part of an estate where Ann-Margret runs these cabins, renting them out. And this is Peg, an old foil of his, an old flame, someone that he admired from afar but never had the guts or the gusto to go up and make a move. But now he has Fats, now he has this other persona that helps push him forward, making his dreams kind of come true, egging him on, winding this personality around his finger. Fats is most definitely the dominant personality in this pairing and helps him to do the things he always wanted to do. And that's when the slow psychological horror really starts to steep into this movie, as we see these two people isolated away, conversations with each other, twisting each other, changing the things that are said, the dynamics, just strange moments that are wonderful. And you have this dual performance from Hopkins that is just amazing. You kind of have his mannerisms throughout Fats of what he does, but it feels like a very different persona. And you have the conversations between the two people, and it feels like proper conversations. People who know each other and know how to push each other's buttons. There's moments where he returns to the cabin and Fats is sitting in a chair, and he'll go to the bathroom, he'll close the door, and he'll be having this conversation, and Fats makes him stick his head out just to look at him for a second. And you slowly realise that the power shift in the dynamic in this relationship is starting to twist and turn. There is 3 amazing performances on this. You get Ann-Margret as Peg, the love interest, the woman who is kind of stuck in a rut, stuck in a relationship she doesn't want to be into. She sees a way out with the form of Corky, someone who's going to just treat her the way she feels that she should have been treated, giving her the respect and the love that she kind of needs and requires, and sees an out from her current lifestyle. You get Burgess Meredith, who is absolutely wonderful as Green, the agent. And there is a standout scene in the movie for me, is when he comes to the cabin and just catches Corky having a conversation with Fats and he just realises that there is something wrong with Corky. You know that something's fractured, it's not quite right, and he wants to get him the help that he really needs. And there's this awesome scene where he sits him down and just says, let's see if we can just keep Fats quiet for 5 minutes. And it's drawn out, it's tense, it's exciting. You can see the panic starting to etch onto Corky as he realises time's really ticking away quite slowly. And there is an expert camera movement in this where the camera kind of pans to the left, and where we see Corky, he is almost overtaken by Fats, the dummy, as it takes over his whole kind of body. And it's the realisation of that moment that Fats is now taking over the sort of psyche of this. And you're never quite sure whether it's a supernatural possession, whether it's a fractured psychological break, or what's going on, but the tension just ramps and mounts up. It has all these really nice and interesting camera movements. It has some of the best performances I've seen that I can't believe how good they all are. Everybody is pitch perfect, and the direction from Richard Attenborough is just wonderful as well. And this disc comes with a slew of extras. I'd say my favourite was probably the interview with William Goldman, as he just talks about small aspects of the novel, the production, how it got made. There is a nice archival interview with Sir Anthony Hopkins. There is a 25, I think, minute. It's just about history of ventriloquism and how the doll came into play, how it started in the entertainment business and how it got to the movie. And it's really kind of nice and neat, and there's a ventriloquist there talking through it all, and he does some stuff with his dummy as well, which is really just interesting. We get an Ann-Margret makeup test and some other things along the way as well. But it's just a wonderful movie, highly recommended. Regardless of the extras, this is a disc that takes pride of place in anybody's collection. I love it. It is magic. It's wonderful. It's one that you must own. If you haven't seen it, you really need to check this film out. It is wonderful. I'd love to know your thoughts on the movie. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.